Okay?
Okay.
So after winning the Philippine Cup, the San Miguel Beermen have now collected their second Infinity Stone, and now they're one away from snapping their Grand Slam dream into a reality. The second episode of 2OT, Carlo Pamintuan with Magu, Marjon and Magu, SMB coming from number 7 at the end of the elimination round to once again being champions. Nothing short of phenomenal.
Grabe yung pinagdaanan itong San Miguel Beermen. If they weren't the San Miguel Beermen, it would be one hell of a Cinderella story. Pero SMB sila eh. So, yung pinagdaanan nila at the start of this tournament, 2-6 or 2-5.
2-5,
di ba? And their import wasn't bad. That's a returning import, former best import, nag-champion na rin naman sila. Pero something was missing within the squad.
It was a different look in terms of kung ano yung naipanalo ng championship ni Charles Rhodes to what he landed with. Because as we know, he was not here last conference. It was Ronaldo Balkman. Kaya naman, nag-iba yung timpla. He stayed the same.
Yeah.
Kaya bigla, hindi mo alam kung saan huhugot ng bagong adjustment coming from Coach Leo Austria to make that thing work. And I think this is, the biggest turning point of their entire season. Replacing the import who gave you the title is a gutsy move. Napakalaking move niyan because if you get it wrong, yun agad yung sisisihin. Nagpalit ka pa ng import eh. Hindi mo na lang pinagbigyan. Itong si Charles Rhodes na makabawi, maybe they'll heat up in the latter part of the elimination round. But they pulled it off and it paid off big time.
Pero yun yung nakakagimbal doon, ano? Charles Rhodes was still being Charles Rhodes. Yeah. He was his dominant self. Points, rebounds, everything, the energy he was still bringing. But something was just lacking. Pagpalit nila papunta dito kay C-Mac or Chris McCullough. Parang bata pa nga eh. He was the youngest on the team.
Yeah.
Your import being your youngest, alam naman natin, pag import dapat leader. But this was a kid, NBA first round draft pick. He was the youngest coming in. But it sparked something it lit a fire from under the San Miguel Beermen. And yeah, 100% gotta agree with you. Wala pa tayong pinagtatalunan, no? But I don't think anybody can argue with that na that was a turning point.
Yeah. And for me, Magu, I think the underlying factor in all of this is SMB saw Terrence Jones and TNT and realized that the way to the championship, at least in the 2019 PBA Commissioner's Cup, would have to go through TNT. Kaya naman, their replacement import was someone they knew could be, a big matchup for Terrence Jones. Hindi sila humanap nung napakalaking sentro na mabagal sa loob. Hindi sila humanap ng kahit ano pa man. Humanap sila nung explosive scorer na mahihirapan din bantayan itong si Terrence Jones.
It could be said na the points in total were still round about the same.
Yeah.
Pero how McCullough got his points? This guy was a shooter.
Yep.
Pagka may shooter ka, na ganun kalaki pa rin, bumubuka yung loob for the guys like, alam naman natin, June Marfardo, the tower of the San Miguel Beermen, and even Christian Stanhorger, moving without the leather. Bumuka ang lahat, bukod sa na-rejuvenate sila or na-re-energize sila, bumuka yung kanilang opensa. This guy brought a different facet, brought round about the same total points, but he got his in a different way. Kaya na mas na-inspire sila.
And I don't think it was a coincidence na gumanda yung laro nitong si Christian Stan Hardinger right after they got Chris McCullough. Kasi even if Charles Rhodes can also hit 3-point shots, he did not take them with the regularity nitong si Chris McCullough.
He could hit them but hindi ganitong Yeah.
Kaya naman, nung nagkaroon ka ng slasher, nung nagkaroon ka ng outside shooter, and that gave Christian Stan Hardinger more time to operate inside, which is, as we know, his main strength.
Kaya naman na gumanda talaga yung sa frontliners sa San Miguel, nagkaroon sila ng laya. I think Stan Hardinger got a little bit more minutes in there. And even though pagpasok nila sa playoffs, they were the number 7 seed, which meant twice to win. Disadvantage sila. I think naging blessing in disguise pa yun eh. Dahil yung bracket na napuntahan nila, with all due respect to Northport, grabe yung experience na ito San Miguel kahit na 2 beses nila kailangan talunin. That second one, Robert Bolick, grabe ka sirs, grabe ka. Pero yung experience na ng San Miguel all the way to the end, really, kumpiyansa sila heading into that series, and it proved. Pagdating ng dulo, crunch time, and that second game, nakuha pa rin nila.
And another thing that I think the San Miguel Beermen locked out on was that hindi nila nakatapat yung TNT in the semifinals.
And Ginebra, in that respect.
And for me, a best of 5 is very, very different from a best of 7. At least against TNT, because we all saw what happened in the final series. Nakita natin kung gaano kapagod yung TNT katropa, especially in that last ball game. The big adjustment na nakita natin, at least from our angle, was that Terrence Jones was put in front of Chris Macolo because they wanted to control the scoring of the San Miguel Beer import. Kaya naman, nakita mo yung pagod nitong si Terrence Jones for the first time, at least what I've seen. Nakita ko siyang humingi ng substitution dun sa coaching staff.
First half pa lang yun. First quarter, actually.
Hindi ko pa nakikita yun. I mean, I don't think I've seen all of their games, all of the minutes of all of their games.
I think it was a first, too.
But personally,
I think it was a first.
That, for me, was, a clear sign that whatever SMB was working with in terms of yung pagpagod sa kanya with Junmar Fajardo having to go up against him, dedepensahan ka ni Stan Hardinger, dedepensahan ka ni Chris Ross paminsan-minsan. I think it really sapped a lot of energy from Terrence Jones. Hindi rin nakatulong na napakainit nung laro na ito sa Smart Araneta Coliseum.
It's gotta be noted nung first half, nag-bug down yung air conditioning. Kaya nga dun, biglang humingi ng substitution ng maaga. Kita mo talaga yung tagaktak ng pawis. I was watching you sa HD sa PBA Rush. Grabe yung tagaktak ng pawis. Sa lahat ng tao doon, makita mo yung background, nagpapaypayan talaga yung mga tao. Pero yun nga, no? Ang laking dagok sa TNT na almost all conference, walang Kelly Williams. And then, nung playoffs na, nawala pa yung Anthony Semerat. Ang laking bagay nun. Kaya yung rotation nila, they were scoring 5 heavy starters. And then from their bench, Heruela. That was it. That was basically it. They averaged 8 bench points a game for the entire finals. Talagang naubos yung TNT doon.
And we have to talk about this because as the conference was going, we heard a lot of rumors about Christian Stan Hardinger perhaps landing with another team. Narinig natin yung mga rumors na yan. I'm sure SMB fans and all PBA fans in general have also heard about those. But after that primetime performance in game number 6, I think those rumors will be put to bed.
Makita mo naman yung Stan Hardinger. Pag binigyan mo ng minuto, talagang lalabas sila. This guy is a quality player. First game pa nga lang eh. Sumabit lang yung San Miguel doon. Sumabit lang. Di ba magkakaroon dapat, game 1 of the finals, magkakaroon ng surprise starting 5 dapat. Stan Hardinger was gonna start in place of Junmar Pardo because Coach Leo wanted to match up right away. Yun yung papabantay niya dito kay Terrence Jones. Which later on, especially in Game 5, kita mo naman paano ginawa niya, especially in the end game. He wore him down and forced him into those 2 misses late in the contest. Tapos bibigyan ka pa ng bonus. Pagdating sa opensa, ang galing pa rin rebound, ang galing pa rin kumat, ang galing pa rin to move without the leather, sa pick and roll
din.
Pati leak out niya. And si Stan Hardinger nga, parang dapat lahat ng basket niya 3 o 4 points eh. May degree of difficulty. Pag libre, parang nagmimintis, pero pag kailangan baliin eh. This guy, talagang number 1 pick siya. He was highly regarded. Grabe yung dinala niya para dito sa San Miguel Beermen, and they just got a lot more scarier after that.
Magu, as the confetti was falling on the San Miguel Beermen, very few people knew kung sino yung deserving na finals MVP because after every game, iba-iba yung lumilitaw talaga yung laro for SMB. There was a game where Terrence Romeo was just outstanding. It was in game number 2. Stan Hardinger was amazing in game number 6. In between that, may Junmar Fajardo ka,
may Kabagnot ka, Alex the 225 games, diba?
Exactly. Kaya nga ang hirap piliin kung sino yung finals MVP. But the PBA press corps decided to go with Terrence Romeo, and I believe that was just further evidence that SMB is unlike any other team that we've witnessed. To have your finals MVP playing X amount of minutes off the bench after 2 of your main guys in Chris Ross and Alex Cabagnot, that is just extraordinary depth.
It's gotta be noted then na wala na si Marshall Lassiter. For that final series, he got injured in the previous series, or I think quarters pa lang na injured na. Pero yun nga, off the bench, magpa-finals MVP yung Terrence Romeo, It could have gone even to Chris McCullough.
Yeah.
Hindi lang pwede sa import, but Chris McCullough was grabe.
Yeah.
Nilaro. It could have gone to Stan Hardinger. It could have gone to
Bahar,
Abay pa rin. Because yung grind out win yun. And yan, Abay was just unstoppable. Nung una, game 1, game 2, sinasabi, hindi kayang bantayan. Pero nanalipay na dahil sa ganda ng balasa ni Coach Leo, offense, defense, nanalipay na yung sinasabing advantage dapat ni Jones. Kahit sino dun pwede mag-ano, kaya ganda ng pagkakabuo, first and foremost, no lineup na San Miguel Beer. Dati, di ba, palagi sinasabi, si Coach Leo, puro 5 lang nilalaro. O ngayon, 8. Pero ganun pa rin yung resulta, di ba? Ang ganda ng pagkakabuo at ang ganda ng pagkakadiskarte ni Coach Leo. Grabe lang.
8 PBA championships for Coach Leo Austria.
6 different finals MVPs.
And they are gunning for the big one at the start of the Governor's Cup. They're gunning for the Grand Slam.
Alam mo, ano mas nakakatakot ngayon? 2 years ago, nabitin yung San Miguel. Going for that Grand Slam. They got knocked off in the quarterfinals by Ginebra. That was 2 years ago. Fatigue yung sinasabi, edad, ganito, ganon. Well, they're 2 years older now. But, there's a 1-month break.
Yep.
Plus, sila yung nasa finals. September 20 ba ang PBA? Diba? September 20, Governor's Cup. They probably play October. Baka October 1, 2, 3. So that's an extra... Diba? Itong, the quote-unquote aging lineup gets a little bit more rest before that finale. Should be interesting.
We tip our hats to the TNT Katropa, an outstanding conference, but at the end of the day, the San Miguel Beermen, well-deserving champions.
Yeah.
Congratulations, and we'll see you again for the 2019 PBA Governor's Cup.